Hi guys, how's it? Welcome to my Afrikaans speaking followers and welcome back to another video here on the Fairweather Rugby Fan channel here. Once again, gotta thank all you guys, my continued subscribers, my new subscribers, old subscribers, everyone else, as we have this has kind of become more of like a thing where I get to like just look up stats and info and give you guys the information that I find to be pertinent. We started out with the domestic competition here in the United States. We went to the URC, and up next, as promised, the Premiership edition of Safas Abroad, as I am calling this particular series. We still have France next, and then we will finish it off with the land of the rising sun there in Japan. But before we get to that, we definitely have to get through the Premiership here, as we have quite a few of our young men plying their trade abroad in the Premiership for rugby. But let's go ahead and get started out with the hard facts here. Obviously, the thing I always start out with these videos is where are all these imports coming from in the particular competition? And once again, week 3 of 3, it was the U.S. competition lead, the URC the lead, and why would the Premiership be any different? 38 total SA-born players plying their trade in the Premiership. Now, I am going to do the breakdown a little bit because the competition is completely based in England. I am counting Scots, Welshmen, and Irishmen as imports. So if we break it down in that fashion, we have 38 South African-born players, we have 24 Scots, we have 18 Welshmen, we have 14 Argentines, we have 10 Irishmen, 9 Fijians, 8 Aussies, 5 Italians, 5 Samoans, 2 Americans, and so interestingly enough, 2 Kiwis, 2 Tongans, 2 Spaniards, 2 Georgians, a Frenchman, a Namibian, a Cameroonian, I guess if that's the name for that, 1 Zimbabwean, and 1 Russian playing in this league. Now, as far as imports go, this league was actually a lot higher than I thought it would. You do have the high end. The Newcastle Falcons have 21 total imports on their squad, followed by Bath and Bristol, who both have 20 apiece. Exeter has 17. Harlequins has 16. Saracens, Leinster, and Northampton all have 14. Gloucester has 13, and the Sale Sharks have 11. Kind of some interesting numbers there. But we will go ahead and get cracked off and start mentioning these SA-born players. There's a couple of news and notes that I got to add in the last week while I was doing this, but we will start off in alphabetical order here with Bath Rugby, the team that I actually picked to win the Premiership. They have 10, yes, count them, 10 SA-born players on their squad. We will start off with Thomas du Toit. He's a 28-year-old prop from Cape Town. He is a Paarl Boys grad. He played for the Sharks, he played for Munster, and also played for Toulouse in France, and he was a member of the 2019 Rugby World Cup winning team there in Japan. Then we have Johannes Jonker. Johannes is a 29-year-old prop from East London, Eastern Cape. He played for the Border Bulldogs, the Lions, and Montpellier in France. Then we have Juan Schoeman. He's a 32-year-old prop from Pretoria. He put in time with the Southern Kings, Bulls, and Sharks, and he is the brother of Scottish international Pierre Schoeman. Next up, we have Jacques Sheep Duplessis. He is a 30-year-old lock flanker from Pengola, KwaZulu-Natal. He is a University of Pretoria alum. He played for the Bulls in Montpellier and also had some SAU 20s caps. Chris Clutie is a 33-year-old flanker, also from East London. He is a bit of a journeyman, having played with the Sharks, Western Province, Southern Kings, Pumas, Munster, and Kandy, which is a Sri Lankan side, oddly enough, and he does have a single South African A cap. Jaco Kutsia is a 27-year-old flanker from Pretoria, but he grew up in the KZN, and he put in time with Western Province and the Stormers. G.J. van Velta is a 36-year-old lock flanker number 8 from Secunda, Mpumalanga. I never heard of that town before, actually. He is a journeyman as well, obviously, at 30 years old. He put in time with the Bulls, the Northampton Saints, Worcester, and Tel Aviv Heat. And he is an SAU 19s and U20s alum. Neil LaRue is a 20-year-old scrum half who went to Oakdale. I couldn't find his place of birth through my search, but he did play for the Bulls, and he did put in time with the SAU 20s. But 20 is he's a young man, obviously. Louis Schroeder is a 33-year-old scrum half from Paarl, Western Cape. He is a Paarl Gymnasium and Stellenbosch alum. He is a journeyman, obviously, at 33 years old, having played with the Western Province Stormers, Kubota Spears, Southern Kings, Sharks, Toulon, and Newcastle Falcons. He is SAU 20. He has SAU 20s caps, and he does have a single Springbok cap back in 2017. And last on this list for Bath is Brendan Owen. He's a 27-year-old fullback from Cape Town. He played for the Boland Cavaliers of Currie Cup, Western Force, Perth Spirit, Sandona, which is a domestic Italian side, and the Jersey Reds. So quite a few already on the Bath roster here. Bristol Bears contain only one. Pat Lamb is actually the guy that runs their program. He's one of my favorite Samoan players of all time. But Baron Johannes Jan van Rensburg is a 27-year-old utility back from Pretoria. He is a bit of a journeyman as well. He is a Northwest U grad. He played for the Leopards, Sharks, Southern Kings, Cheetahs, NEC Green Rockets in Japan, and the London Irish, and is an SAU 20s alum. The Exeter Chiefs have two total South African-born players. The first will be Aidan Davis. He is a 29-year-old loose forward from the Eastern Cape. Played for the Eastern Province Kings, the Southern Kings, Toulon, Bayonne, and the Cheetahs in Currie Cup, and is an SAU 20s alum. Jock Vermeulen is a 29-year-old lock flanker from Paarl, Western Cape. He is a Paarl Gymnasium grad, played for the Western Province and Sharks, and is an SAU 20s alum. Gloucester has only one South African on their roster, Rowan Ackerman. He is a 28-year-old lock flanker from Pretoria. He did put in time with the Lions. He has two SA caps, South African A caps, and he is the son of the legendary Johan Ackerman, who wish would come and coach in the U.S. That's all I'll say there. The Harlequins have six total South African-born players. We have Jordan Els. He is a 26-year-old prop from Durban, KZN. He played for the Sharks, Ealing Trailfinders, and the London Scottish. Now, there's a lot of guys that played for London, Wasps, Warriors, because those teams folded, so they ended up moving to other spots. Simon Carib is a 30-year-old prop from Pretoria. He played with the Sharks, Eastern Province Kings, Border Bulldogs, Jersey Reds, and, like I said, Worcester Warriors. Erne Herbst is a 30-year-old lock from Witbank, Mpumalanga. He played with the Turks, Bulls, Southern Kings, and Benetton, and is a SAU 20s alum. Stephen Lewis is a 32-year-old lock from Pretoria. He put in time with the Sharks, the Kamashi Sea Waves, and the Lions, and he does have a single Springbok cap back in 2014. Andre Esterhuizen, a name that we don't really need to know much about. He's a 29-year-old center fullback from Potchefstroom, Northwest Province. He is a Shark and Munakata Sunix Blue alum and a 2023 Rugby World Cup winner with our Springboks. And last but not least, Tyrone Green is a 25-year-old utility back from Klerksdorp. He did put in time with the Lions, and he is an SAU 20s alum. The Leicester Tigers have five total SA-born players on their squad. We will start off with Francois Slack Van Veek. He is a 32-year-old prop from Belleville. He is a bit of a journeyman, having played with the Western Province, Western Force, Perth Spirit, and Northampton Saints. Kyle Hallerall is a 28-year-old lock back row player from Cape Town. He has played with the Sharks, Jersey Reds, and La Rochelle. France there. Hanro Liebenberg is a 28-year-old flanker number 8 from Brackenfell, Western Cape. He put in time with the Boland Cavaliers, Bulls, and Stade Francois, and he is an SAU 20s alum. A name that we should all know very well, Jasper Fisa is a 28-year-old flank number 8 from Uppington, Northwest Province. He played with the Cheetahs and Griffins and is a 2023 Rugby World Cup winner. And probably the biggest name, in my opinion, playing from South Africa in the Premiership, other than maybe Esterhuizen, you can make an argument. Andre Pollard is a 29-year-old fly-half inside center from Somerset West. He is a Paarl Gymnasium grad, Bulls, Osaka Red Hurricanes, and Montpellier, and a 2019 and 2023 Rugby World Cup winner. The Newcastle Falcons have 5 total South Africans on their roster, with Michael van Vunen. He is a 32-year-old hooker from East London, a bit of a journeyman as well, a Grey College alum, Cheetahs, Southern Kings, Stade Francois, Leicester, Bath, London, Irish, Northampton, Ealing Trailfinders, Wasps, and Lions, and is an SAU 20s. Richard Pelferman is a 30-year-old prop from East London, Eastern Cape. He played for the London Irish and Worcester Warriors, and his father is cricketer Steve Pufferman, who had, I think, a handful of caps back in the early 90s. Sebastian Chavez is a 33-year-old lock from Johannesburg. He is a bit of a journeyman, having played with Stade Montois, Leicester, London Irish, Austin Gilgronis here in the United States, Lions, and Wasps, and he is an SAU 20s alum. I actually met him when he was here. Philip Van de Veld is a 34-year-old flanker number 8 from Adelaide, Eastern Cape. He played for the Cheetahs, the Griffins, the Biarritz Olympic, and the Sharks. Jordan Holgate is a 28-year-old center from Cape Town. He played for Western Province, Bowling Cavaliers, Slava Moscow in Russia, and the Jersey Reds. The Northampton Saints have 2 South African-born players with Jorno Augustus. He's a 26-year-old number 8 from Alexander Bay, Northern Cape. He played with the Stormers and has some SAU 20s time. Burger Oldendal is a 30-year-old inside center from Bloemfontein. He played with the Bulls, Kubota Spears, Lions, and Wasps. The Sale Sharks have 7 total South African-born players on their squad. 3 of which are related, but we will start off with Hiron Andrews. He's a 28-year-old lock from Parle. He did put in time with the Sharks and SAU 20s. Alex Groves is a 23-year-old lock from Johannesburg, put in time with the Lions, has also played with the Bristol Bears, and he is actually an England U20s guy, so he does qualify for England. Ernst van Rijn is a 26-year-old lock flanker from Belleville. He is a Parle Gymnasium and Stellenbosch alum, and is also played with the Western Province Stormers and SAU 20s. Jacobus Visa is a 26-year-old flanker lock from Uppington. He did put in time with the Stormers, SAU 20s, and is the brother of Jasper Visa. He has just recently, on the 29th of February, signed. He will be coming back to South Africa to play for the Bulls. Jake White there. Den du Preez is the first of the 3 du Preez brothers, is a 28-year-old loose forward lock from Durban. He did put in time with the Sharks. He has 7 caps for the Boks, and he is the son of Robert du Preez, former Bok and coach. Jean-Luc du Preez is a 28-year-old loose forward lock from Durban, also played with the Sharks. 14 total Springbok caps, and once again, son of Robert du Preez. Robert du Preez, the second, or junior, how you would say. He is the oldest of the du Preez boys at 32 and plays utility back. He is a Stellenbosch grad, played with the Stormers and Sharks, and a single cap with the Springboks back in 2018. And last on the list here, for the Saracens, Ethan Fitzel is a 28-year-old scrum half from Pretoria who played with the Bulls and has 6 total Springbok caps. So once again, as I said in the video last week, guys, for all the things that can be said about South Africa, because there's a lot that can be said. I don't really need to repeat any of them, but for everything that can be said, this is 3 leagues. Nothing is perfect. In South Africa, definitely nothing is perfect. But we are still the producers of the most rugby players in a league that are not domestically for the 3rd league in a row. And I'm willing to bet France will probably be the same, and Japan probably will be the same as well. Say what you will about South Africa as a country, the government, things that are wrong, etc., etc. But make no mistake, ladies and gentlemen, the rugby, when it comes to producing rugby players, just look for that flag. Accept no substitutes. That flag is going to give you what you need. If you're looking to build a rugby team, look no further. So take that with what you will, ladies and gentlemen. I have absolutely no bones about it. South Africa is the we can think of all the great things that South Africa has given us, but its greatest import is rugby players. I mean, not greatest, but you get what I'm saying. As far as the channel goes, except no substitutes. If you want good rugby players, you know where to look, and it's a simple fact. Everybody can talk about how much greater their rugby is than ours, but when you get down to it, and it's down to the line, and it's, when you want to look at it on paper, except no substitutes, you're going to South Africa if you want good rugby players and you want quality. You go to the Rainbow Nation, the Republic, the heart of the Republic. But, it's just, like I said, it's really great doing these. I'm going to have a lot of fun. I've been enjoying them. I hope that you guys have been enjoying them, seeing, hey, the names, the guys. Because really, when you say them out and you type them out and you look at it really just makes you realize, damn, there'd be a lot of these leagues that probably wouldn't exist, or there'd be teams that would be a lot different if it was not for our boys filling their rosters. It's just the fact of the matter, guys. But let me know what you guys think in the comment. I'm excited about doing the French one. It's a bit more difficult to gather data for that because I'm going to do both the first and second division. But, we'll just see how it goes, guys. We'll see how that one goes, and then we'll obviously get into Japan. But I hope everyone is safe and has had a great weekend. Obviously, I'm going to do a video here shortly chronicling the absolute... man, what a game at Loftus. What a crowd at Loftus. See if I can get a photo of that crowd. Jesus Christ. Pretoria, the Jacaranda city you never failed to disappoint. What a raucous crowd in the stands at Loftus first felt. Just makes you proud. But yeah, until next time, guys, cheers, Tootsians, and I'll talk to you guys very soon.